we are going to start by putting in our first layer, going right along that nice thick bold line there. And we'll do that a couple of times. We're going to leave some white of the paper, as you see, right along here. And we want to go around that little leaf motif here at the bottom, or leave it open. So I'm using this woodland set with the redwood is what I've got here. I didn't even mix it up. It's just good pumpkin color as it is. Adding a little bit more here like that, and I'm letting that set up. And these are, now I'm taking a clear brush and just activating some of that paint carefully, getting rid of the stroke line. And I'll leave a little bit of the white of the paper in the middle there. And I can always come back in and add another layer as we go. So now I'll go around on that side, a little tricky around that leaf. Getting some of these areas back in here and putting a nice strong line there, letting that set up. So in the meantime, I'm going to go back over here into this pumpkin and I will do the same thing. I'll do them both the same. I've got a lot of pigment here and it's okay if those touch since they're in the same family. And going along here, I'm going to make that a little bit thicker. And you can take a lot of time and really get the detail in here if you want. I'm just showing you how I'm getting this down where we're not just painting straight across. And if you want to just paint it like that and fill them all in, that's okay too. But I'm going to, now that I've got that set up, same thing, clear brush. Actually go back over that a little bit. It's still light but not white. And do the same thing here and here. And because that's kind of pulling like that, I'm going to tap a little bit of color into that area, a little bit of pigment in there. And I'll do the same thing. Now this isn't as wet. It's a little bit tacky still, depending on if you walked away from your painting or not. But, and clear my brush off and just kind of smooth that out. You see how it absorbed. It made these nice little crackle lines and things, but it absorbed into the paper, so we're just adding that second layer to give it a little more depth. And I've got this bright orange here, so I'm going to pop that in. You could do your pumpkins, and that comes from the tropical set. You can even add it in on a second or third layer, so it gives it a little bit less of a rust color and a little bit more of maybe more true pumpkin color, but that may not always go best with our decor, so we're kind of taking a little bit of liberty and license here. Okay, so this one's set up probably too much. I'm going to kind of go in here and loosen that up because I let it dry a little bit more than I would have because I was doing this. But you can see I've got this brush here. It's my water brush. I can squeeze water into it, and it's got this nice nylon bristle to it, so it kind of helps loosen up that pigment. If you have a different brush, it might seem a little bit different as you're trying to copy what I'm doing. And now I'm going to go pop in a little bit of this hibiscus color, which is a nice bright orange. And if you have my classic set, you can always just mix that orange and a little bit of the brown or black in there to create this kind of rusty color. And same with tropicals. You can take this and mix it with a brown or your orange and mix it with a little bit of a brown or a black. I mixed a green and a brown together here, and I'm leaving white of the paper. Oh, that green is for the things down here. And I'm just kind of coming in here at the end. I really want it to be a little darker. And you see what I'm doing here. I'm adding another layer, but not all the way around. And we'll come in and close that gap in a minute. I'm used to doing these in green because I use this little motif for lots of little things, and usually it's green, but with fall, let's do it in a fall color. This is the first time I have painted this motif, that I'm making it up and winging it as we go here. I have a pumpkin truck. I have some pumpkins that are sitting on the porch of a mansion. And I've got some leaf motifs that you can choose from if you go to the fall tab on my website, or you stop by my store in the seasonal area. I've got those in there. And if you want to kind of tie a little bit of this into there, you can just kind of, once it's kind of wet, just pop in a little bit, not too much, like that. Now I'll clear my brush, and I'm just going to go over some of those white areas really lightly. That gives me a couple different variations. You can put straw down here, or have them sitting on something, or just leave it just as is. You can do blue pumpkins, white pumpkins. So really, the sky's the limit on how you'd like to do this. You can also take a pencil and draw in more designs in the background if you'd like. So enjoy your fall and creating this pumpkin motif.